Are you ready, kids? Get your parents' permission, check your mailbox, and grab your shopping cart. It's time for the Adventures in Collecting podcast.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Dave. Welcome to Adventures in Collecting, where we talk toy news, culture, and hauls,
along with our journeys as collectors.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Adventures in Collecting and a very special edition of Premium Toyetic event.
That's right.
The Royal Rumble, a divisive Royal Rumble for I think a lot of people.
Yeah.
The internet is certainly interneting.
The internet's a buzz
regarding this this Royal Rumble, and since this is one of our favorite events of the year, we figured we would take a little bit more of a deep dive into it regarding Premium Toyetic event this time around. There's a lot to talk about, but first, let's get into a little bit of housekeeping. So it is February. Happy February, Dave.
Happy February.
Somehow it is already 2 months into 2026 already, in like a blink of an eye.
Well, it's not. We're starting the second month. We're not.
Yeah.
2 months deep.
Potato.
Yeah.
So this month's giveaway, I don't have a picture of it yet, as of the time of recording, but it will be live by the time this is playing. Roses are red, violets are blue. Stone Cold Steve Austin is bleeding, and he can be yours too. So this month we are giving away the Defining Moments WWE Elite Stone Cold Steve Austin. It is the anniversary of the Rattlesnake, I believe. They were saying on the Rumble yesterday. I want to say it's like 25 years or something like that. It's some sort of anniversary for the Texas Rattlesnake. And one of our favorite figures, I think it was actually
96, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's right. We were he was featured on Dave's top toy picks of 2025.
I think he was just on the WWE list.
Yeah. Ringside exclusive Defining Moments. WrestleMania was at 13, right? WrestleMania 13. Stone Cold Steve Austin. With some color and the classic Blood from a Stone t-shirt, soft goods t-shirt. So this month you have the entire month to enter to win Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just head on over to our Instagram account at AIC_podcast, where you can enter to win. Look for the pinned post, and we'll keep the giveaway train rolling as long as we can.
He will.
And that
he will be a perfect addition to the WrestleMania 13 3-pack that is currently hitting some stores.
Yep. Walmart exclusive on that one. So yeah, perfect complement to that pack.
Yeah, you get short Ken Shamrock.
The best Brett likeness we've gotten so far too in that.
Yeah.
So so that's our giveaway this month. As we mentioned at the end of last month, we have a fun merch store. So you can visit aicpodcast.dashery.com for some really, really cool swag. We're still adding new things to said swag store. As often as I can come up with.
As often as we can come up with ideas.
Yeah, so we've got a couple things to choose
from.
Of which
I have one to tell you, since you like the parody ideas.
Okay. All right.
Do you want me to just tell you now, or?
No, we'll talk about it offline. But yeah, so we've got some really cool swag available in the store. So you can, for the wrestling fans, we've got an Archie 316, we've got a Peg Warmer shirt. This one's my favorite personally, but the AIC Gym ab crunches since 2019. Shouts to Craig for the idea on that. Just a Toyetic shirt,
That's
Those who
probably
are
my favorite, maybe.
in the New York City area are used to the I love NYC. Well, you can love AIC. Vote for Archie. We've got a collecting things shirt, which is fun. Then of course just our logo. And then inspired by the famous Fab Four shirt, you can have the Fab Five shirt, Dave.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. So more
Yeah,
more
that
to come.
collecting things one inspired by, of course, Blainer things.
Yes,
Um,
not anything else. Definitely not anything else. Um, but yeah, so we'll be adding more, and also if you are not looking for a T-shirt and you're looking for other types of swag, if you click in on the item, it gives you other options. So let's say for instance you wanted a mug or a travel mug. Um, you can do that too. So
Wrap us around your feet
yep,
and
lots
ankles.
lots of options, hats, gym shorts. Yeah, and you can also select your color. If you want to rock Archie on a pink t-shirt, you absolutely can. I think it looks actually really cool like that. Or even purple. Archie looking good on some purple there.
What's that last one?
Archie,
Oh, tie-dye.
Archie looking good on tie-dye, man. Looks great.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Archie, get the tables.
So you can head on over to aicpodcast.dashery.com and yeah, rock some really cool adventures in collecting swag, and of course, support your favorite toy podcast. Um, so yeah, so with that, that's the majority of the housekeeping. Last little tidbit. We are all booked and ready to go for New York Toy Fair. There is going to
Mhm.
be a lot happening, lots of coverage, lots of interviews, lots of content. That is the week of Valentine's Day. So February 14th and 15th, that weekend, we have got a slam schedule.
Yeah,
So
we're
keep your
we're
eyes
going
peeled.
to say that we love you with a bouquet of reveals and interviews and booth tours.
Yeah, I think I joked around that like we'll visit a dozen places, but we actually do have more
We
than
may.
12 at this point, appointment wise. So
A
I think
baker's dozen,
I think we'll be all
probably
right.
more.
But yeah, so yeah, that's it for housekeeping. So let's hop into the actual premium Toyetic event part of this. Um
Mhm.
we're gonna start off with a new segment, Dave, before we get into our picks. So
Okay.
there is I'm gonna shout them out. They have like millions of followers. The last thing they need is a shout out from us, but I am gonna shout them out since this is where I got the idea from. Um they are called oh man, the link closed on my phone. I had it open and everything. Um, it's like something project. Man, I had it open and everything. Anyway, I keep getting their Instagram, their YouTube shorts. It's these two best friends, like longtime best friends from the New York, New Jersey area, and they're not
Okay.
the first people I've seen do this, but I see this from them quite frequently, and it's very fun. So they do these videos where they ask each other, and in this case, Dave, you'll be up first here, to rank 5 things without knowing what's coming next.
Oh,
So
yeah, I saw
basically,
Seth Rollins had to do this.
you've got I'm gonna hit you with 5 looks from this year's Royal Rumble, and
Okay.
you have to rank them best to worst, without
So
knowing what's coming next.
5 being worst, 1 being best.
Yeah, yes. And these looks do not include any of our picks.
Okay.
All right? That's the one thing I will say is that you are being spared for of ranking your own pick.
Mhm.
So your first one up, Dave. So again, 1 through 5, 1 being the
Do it.
best, 5 being the worst.
Okay.
And you'll get to see your first option here. So
This is
your
gonna be
first
my question.
option is this
Very
is
tiny Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. Where are you gonna
Um,
put Rey?
I'm gonna put him at 4.
All right, Ray goes at 4. Ray with his uh Christian religion logos all covered up
Mhm.
for this exclusive. But I shout out, I couldn't find a good shot of it, but the Rail Rumble, he had Royal spelt with
Mhm.
Ray in front of it on his pants. Very
Yeah, I
cool.
like that.
All right, your next one is Mr. Iguana.
I mean, it wasn't a special look for Iguana, so I'm going 5.
All right, Mr. Iguana going 5. Your next is Roman Reigns. Royal Rumble winner, Roman Reigns. The
3.
big difference here in his look was the black and red flipped on the gauntlet there.
Yeah.
All right, your number 2 is Charlotte Flair. Or you're not your number 2, I'm sorry. Your number
Well, no, she
4.
is going to be number 2.
Oh, she's gonna be number 2. Okay. Charlotte Flair. And
All right, here
your
comes the funny one that's going to be one by
number 1 by
default.
default is Roxanne
Oh,
Perez.
that actually would have been number 1 on this list, so that's cool.
I think you did a good job with this first go around on this, Dave.
So Roxy would have been, I think, was the third best gear on the show, to be honest.
It was really good. It was really good. Yeah, I figured for the first version of this list, I didn't want to go in and say like I stacked it for you, but I kind of stacked it for you. So
If there's one I'd change, because Charlotte's was good, but if there's one I'd change, I'd probably flip Ray and Roman.
okay, all right. Well, there
I
you
think
go.
I'd leave the rest where they were. Like Mr. Iguana was just in his normal Mr. Iguana stuff, as far as I could tell.
Yeah, it just looked like normal Mr. Iguana. Just the fact that he was in the Rumble though was
And Ray for the Rail Rumble thing deserved a bump
yeah, yeah.
over
And
over
it was
Roman,
kind of like
who's minimal
it was kind
change.
of like throwback gear too in a certain degree because of he had like the sleeveless tank and the like baggier pants like he wasn't
Well, he's
in
been going sleeveless shirt for years, so
yeah. But this reminded me of like
like the Flash
SummerSlam
gear.
Ray gear. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, all right, Dave, you survived your first PTE rank.
Oh, it's fun. I'd do that again.
Yeah. So all right, so with that, let's hop into our actual picks here. So, reminder for folks that maybe you're tuning into your first premium Toyetic event, in which case, thanks for joining us. What we're going to do is we're not going to discuss match outcomes. We're not going to discuss performances. This is purely a conversation of who we think deserves the figure treatment from Mattel based on their looks at the Royal Rumble this year.
I mean, that stuff could be part of the reason why.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but it's
the
not necessarily.
it's not the.
Yeah, yeah. And we're not gonna do match recaps. So like, if we pick somebody, if we don't pick somebody from a certain match, we're just not gonna
Like
discuss that match. So yeah,
like with 2 of these, there's going to be no way to not talk about the performance.
correct.
Well,
All
2
right,
of
so
mine and 1 of yours for sure.
I will kick us off here with my first pick, which is the return of Twin Magic. So Nikki and Brie Bella, and I'm cheating right off the bat with my first pick. I'm going main event showdown 2-pack here.
I don't think
Uh
that's even cheating.
I I loved these looks, and we're not going to get into the culture and or politics commentary here, but like female athletes due to law in Saudi Arabia cannot show skin below the neck or above the wrists, I believe is how it's kind of so everybody's in some sort of a bodysuit, right?
Mhm.
But I do think this year in general, like for the first time, like I remember the first time there was something similar to this in Saudi Arabia where there was just like a ring filled with women. Everyone decided to wear like some sort of black bodysuit,
With
which
a
made it
t-shirt over it.
yeah, which made it damn near impossible to like even follow what was going on the TV. I
Which
actually
match was that? Was that Natty and
I don't remember. Rhea was in it. I want to say it was like a tag team match, maybe. Um,
no, there was a singles match, like the very first one. Might have been like Natty and Alexa or something.
yeah, but like it was. Let's just say this Royal Rumble, the like the costume designers and ring gear designers like really brought their A game for these athletes. They had some incredible full body ring gear, like truly remarkable stuff.
Hmm.
So not only did this mark the return of Brie Bella, which people have been wanting for a while,
Yeah,
the Saudi Arabian audience absolutely Riyadh ate this up. The yes chants,
that might have
um,
gotten the best reaction of anybody the whole night.
yeah, yeah, it's up there. The yes kicks, she was definitely channeling a little bit of her partner in crime in real life there. But it was just really great to see Twin Magic back together. And I love this ring gear for the two of
It
them. I
was
know we're probably never
the
gonna see
suits
it
were good.
again, but yeah, looked absolutely amazing. I'm glad they didn't go the route of doing like some sort of hijinks with the actual Twin Magic hijinks, um though it could have been funny. But them having, matching similar ring gear but still being different, I thought that was great. I think it's a great move for the tag team division, having them back in. Hopefully it's a little bit of a extended stay for Brie.
Yeah, I would like
um
a WrestleMania match for Brie, for the Bellas in Rio.
Yeah. And you know what? I think too, one of the other things just generally regarding, like you said, like the biggest pop of the night, it, this conversation goes back to the music. She has a recognizable theme. I think a lot of
Hmm.
people still don't have recognizable themes. So when something classic like that hit, like even like Rey Mysterio got a massive pop from the audience because his music is iconic and you didn't know he was coming out in that slot. You know, I, there, it's few and far between, right? Like
Hmm.
like the classic music that draws that Royal Rumble pop.
Like I can't stand Jordan Grace's new music.
I reacted once I saw the person in the tunnel most of the time. Like
Hmm.
for the most part, like I don't recognize a lot of these theme songs.
Like I know they don't want her and Braun to have both have sirens, but like
Yeah, there's got to be something's
if
got to give
CM
here.
Punk's standing in the ring and you hear the sirens, and if Jade is standing in the ring and you hear the sirens, you know who's coming.
Yeah, yeah. But I digress. Bria Bella and Nikki Bella, championship showdown main event 2-pack. That's my first pick. Dave, let's head on over to yours.
Hmm. So mine, I think, was the MVP of the women's Royal Rumble.
Without question.
The coolest finishing move in all of wrestling. Um, Sol Ruka. It's what I liked about Sol's gear is that it's like the Bellas 100% like is their gimmick with the red and black and white and like the 1 and 2 for who was born first, like excellent. I love it. Saul's is as well with the whole surfer gimmick, and her father being a ska musician, to be completely honest,
Yep.
also hit here. Um and yeah, I think like it's, even though she's like a shorts and like tank top wrestler, this still looked like something she would potentially wear on NXT. Like,
Yeah, there was a lot happening with this gear that like even like the commentating team like didn't quite know how to even wrap their heads around it because yeah, it feels very her. It looks to me that top piece that she has, like the zip up, it almost looks like she's wearing a wetsuit
a
with
wetsuit.
pants like over it.
Hmm.
But also like this was clearly a bit of an homage to Lita, and
Yeah,
her look with the
which they
you know
mentioned at one point.
Yep, yep. The mismatched Vans, she had two different pairs of Vans on. This was just screamed her.
Mhm, the
Like even
checkerboard is ska. Like,
Yep. Even if she did not perform well in the Rumble, this still would have been like an absolutely iconic look for her. The fact that she was without question the MVP of the
hmm,
Rumble without winning it, it gave me the same kind of vibe as that year that Rhea went to number 2. Like where she didn't win it that year, but she was kind of in it the whole time, and it was like, wow, like this was a performance. That was how this felt. Like this was
Hmm.
a coming out party for her, really.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be back in NXT for long, if she is at all. Like last week, they showed Zarya taking her name tag off the locker. I think she might be called up for real now.
And also, if you notice, like if you notice who she worked with, the majority of I
Tiffy,
couldn't like keep my eyes off her. No, before Tiffy came out, the majority of the work that she did was with Charlotte in the ring.
yeah,
Like her and Charlotte were working with each other
hmm
almost extensively, um, or exclusively, excuse me, almost exclusively throughout the match, which is a great sign. Like that's clearly a sign of
similar
respect there.
backgrounds again too,
Yep.
with
But
the
that
gymnastics
the
background.
double soul snatcher that she
Hmm.
landed unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm curious why she tried to do one on the apron, but like,
Yeah, there were a couple of interesting eliminations. I think her and Penta
I
probably had the weakest
I
eliminations trying to do something that made no sense for a rumble.
mhm. Actually the weakest elimination was Brock, but
Yeah. Well, and once I saw it again on replay, it was a little bit better because it was LA Knight and Cody working together
hmm
to take him out. It was just Jay's ridiculous entrance that kind of ruined that moment, I think.
yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah, it
But
was
Saul rules. Like you've she's one of those people. There's a handful of people that are going to be that are recent NXT call ups. Um, the three men, I'll call them the former pillars that were in the men's rumble,
oh,
Javon,
yeah.
Oba, and Trick, where it's like the aura that surrounds them is just
Yeah,
unreal.
there was one moment where it was in the men's rumble. I think it was, like, Priest. It was basically all, like, NXT kinda
Former
homegrown
NXT
guys.
people.
Yeah, we're all in the ring together, and it made me kinda realize, like, wow, like, there actually is, like, another class of these, of talent coming through, which is fun.
Well, I liked that moment where it was, Trick, Oba, and Javon because they had just basically spent the year feuding with each other,
Yeah,
staring each other down, like we're meant to do this forever type of thing.
yeah, Trick is over,
Um,
like, unbelievably over, which is
all three of them.
awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Like Oba's entrance translates very well to them to a stadium, but I can't back to Saul. Like I can't say enough good stuff about Saul, and I think as a figure, this works really well because of the colors and such, the black and pink and
Yeah,
white.
this has Royal
And
Rumble wave written all over it. Like, when they
yeah,
do one of those Royal Rumble.
this should be an elite, and it would be a step up from the main event that she
Yep.
has forthcoming.
Alright, next pick.
And you
So,
could give
back
her
to
the
me.
hands too. You can give her
Yep.
a interchangeable hand to do the surf
Yeah,
sub hands,
yeah.
the shaka,
Um,
right? That's what it's called.
so Shaka, yep. Um, so my next pick takes us to the second match of the evening, which was, the AJ Styles retirement match. I mean, I don't know what to say. It was hard to watch. This one hit me harder than for some reason than actually like the Cena one did. Because Cena we had the whole run up. This just feels like it happened so quick, and I kind of wasn't ready to be truthful with you,
Mm,
especially even after that awesome match with Shin and then CM Punk, the week after that.
yeah,
Um, it was a good match. They're making Gunther the biggest heel in the business. Um,
and
you know,
rightly
it,
so. He's great.
but this to me, this was like really, really great gear to go out with. On the surface, it looks like his classic blue and black, ring gear, but he's got the phenomenal forever on the kickers,
Hmm.
which I thought was a really nice touch. Um, Yeah, I mean, we've gotten a lot of blue and black AJ Styles over the years, but if anyone's deserving of that one more elite, it doesn't have to be an
Oh,
ultimate edition.
this could be an ultimate.
It would be great if they did the made to order ultimate like they did with the final match Cena.
Hmm.
But yeah, regardless of how they get this out, uh, I think getting AJ from his last match is a must. Um, yeah, and I
Yeah,
guess
because
we'll see.
you can include the um WWE Championship, the tag,
Yeah,
and
yep.
was that all he's ever had? I feel like
Wasn't
he
he
had.
wasn't he Intercontinental title?
I
Did he
feel like
hold
he had
the
an
IC?
Intercontinental.
I'm gonna be truthful. I don't remember. But but yeah, hell, obviously like hell of a career. Very curious to see what he does post wrestling.
Hmm.
Um, I think a lot of people are hoping that he goes back to TNA for a little bit, but it seems like it is his final match. Even though the end of the match was kind of strange, like he took the gloves off, put him back on, came back in for a second round of cheering. Um, who knows? Wrestling is unpredictable, but
Hmm.
this was a solid, final few weeks of his at least WWE career, and yeah, thank you, AJ.
If he does one more in TNA, I would love to see like Leon Slater, who's kind of like the modern him there.
Yeah, that would
Um,
be cool.
I've been so I remember back in college, we're talking like 99, 2000. A little known company from Cornelia, Georgia was on Channel 48. It was like ECW followed by NWA Wildside, which was AJ Styles' original promotion. So I've been watching AJ Styles wrestle since like really early on in his career,
Yeah,
like first year AJ Styles. So it's been really cool to kind of be on pretty much all the journey through here, through the cup of coffee in WCW to um, you know,
TNA.
TNA, early TNA, New Japan, TNA, now WWE. Like, and for it to be basically like 10 years after he debuted in the Rumble,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
surprise debut.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
This segment is brought to you by our friends at Chubsy Wubsy Toys. A traditional mom and pop toy store in Little Falls, New Jersey, Chubsy Wubsy Toys brings you the best new toys from the brands you love without the hassle of pounding the pavement searching for them at larger retail stores. Visit them in person at their brand new home at 101 Newark Pompton Turnpike, Suite 1 in Little Falls, New Jersey, or online at chubsywubsy.com. That's CHUBZYWUBZZY.com. And tell them Adventures in Collecting sent you.
And now, back to the show.
Dave, let's head on over to your next pick, which is going to take us back to the Women's Rumble.
Yeah. The forever toyetic. Of course, Chelsea with the newspaper and kind of Statue of Liberty, copper. We'll say
Yeah,
like,
patina green.
yeah, the patinaed copper of the salty air of Liberty State Park. You know, I
We
mean,
need
Chelsea's
secret.
the
We need
best.
secret Hervis. We need secret Hervis Alba Fire too. We
Yeah.
got.
Oh,
We
that would be
gotta.
great.
We gotta
Hmm.
get that.
I would actually also love like if you included like make it a 3-pack with Ethan Page with the AAA titles.
Mm.
But that's a different look. I'm thinking more like NXT version of that. But this, I mean, Chelsea forever. I pledge allegiance to Chelsea Green. Um, forever toyetic. It's like somebody kind of gave her the wink and the nod to be like you should wear something that they'll make an action figure out of every
Yeah.
time, because she
Yeah.
does. and yeah, I this was no exception. Like it was great.
Yep. Yeah, really, really, really great.
I
Um,
also love that Alba, her Secret Harvest gear is always generally has some form of like plaid for her being Scottish in it.
yeah, yep,
Generally, like I know it did for the Rumble, so um but they're the best. I am, and
yep.
also one of the more better ovations on the whole night as well.
Yeah,
Everybody loves Chelsea.
everybody loves Chelsea. She immediately makes every match better when she's in it.
She
She
had
elevates everything.
that face off with the Judgment Day, which was hysterical. Like,
The one with Rhea, which was
mhm.
great. Um, yeah, yeah, just she's fantastic. She's absolutely
She's
fantastic.
that person that can be serious or be funny, but she's basically got herself in a position where she could be around forever.
Yep, yep. Would love to see her get a run at at one of the titles though.
Well, she's been US champ twice.
No, no, I mean one of the
Like
like
the
top
world title.
titles. Yeah, would love to see
I
it at
would have
some point.
loved, and they could still do it. They could have it up their sleeves for a certain point. Like if she wins the Royal Rumble by accident.
I could see her being Royal Rumble by accident, like knocked out on the outside of the ring, like one of those types of gimmicks
Mhm.
where like, she wins it by accident.
Like
Or
she's basically like, yeah, like knocked out and just outside for the majority and comes in when the last two people are like flips
yeah,
them
she's
like the Santino finish, but for real.
for me though, she's got Miss Money in the Bank written all over her. Like
Oh yeah, her torturing people with the money with the briefcase would be great.
that's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Even if it just yields a short run with the title,
Hmm.
um, she's they gotta make that happen. Maybe this year. Maybe this year.
Yeah.
All right, my next pick. So this is kind of cheating, I guess. Because La Parka is La Parka. I mean, who cares what version we're talking about?
Yeah.
Uh, this particular version, I love the not Thriller theme song. I love this presentation of La Parka. One of the most iconic luchador gimmicks in the history of lucha libre. Um,
Absolutely.
I I remember enjoying La Parka
The
in
chairman,
WCW days. Yeah,
the
I would
original chairman.
absolutely, yeah, I would love a La Parka figure. Um, and hopefully this deal with AAA and licensing, hopefully they can figure this out with Mattel and get cranking on some
Hmm.
of these. Um, in the meantime, though, if there's some sort of loophole where they can get us Laparca backdoored through some sort of WCW deal, I'll take that too.
So I
Um,
think one of the things that you've got to look out for is there are, I think, about a dozen or so AAA wrestlers that have WWE contracts now.
yes,
So
Vikingo being one of them.
La Parca, I think, is one. Um,
Did they do
I w-
Iguana, Mr. Iguana?
yes,
Yeah,
Iguana, um, Psycho Circus, like Psycho Clown and
yeah.
um, Pagano and all them. Um,
Because
like
this would
there
be
are a
awesome.
bunch who do. So um, yeah, that I would imagine that there's something in those.
Also, I love that this version of Laparca is
I
six
would
one
love
and
it. A,
two hundred
a
and twenty
Nino
pounds.
Hamburguesa, like that would rule.
Yeah. I'm I if you are not watching the AAA content on YouTube, like on the WWE YouTube,
Honestly, it's the
you're really
most
missing
fun
out.
show. It's the most fun show. Like it's actually surpassed NXT for me as the show that
I
I enjoy the most.
was just about to say the same thing. Like
And I told you that, and I'm like, no, you've got to watch this.
yeah, and I watched the one you told me to watch too, that
Hmm.
particular, and now I'm watching every week.
El
Yeah, it's
Grande, Ryo, and what's and Bravo are the three of the most over people in AAA.
and JBL on commentary with Corey Graves and
Hmm.
does Ray doesn't do it with them every week. He just did
No,
it
Ray
that
was
one
just there for
episode
the
that I
first
watched.
show.
Yeah. But Corey Graves and JBL do such a good job together. They have great commentary chemistry. They make it so much fun.
Y-
While
Yeah.
also being like respectful to like the lucha libre culture. Like it's great.
Well,
It's so
Graves
good.
is because his brother used to wrestle in Mexico, so
Yeah. Yep.
um, so he's got like knowledge of it, and JBL just knows wrestling. So,
Yeah. But I love every
but
time El Nino Hamburguesa wrestles, JBL just calls him Burger Boy. It's the best.
mhm.
It's the best.
They and it's weird having like babyface Graves.
Yeah. Yep. Well, he can't work heel commentary with JBL. That would never work.
Mhm.
The
And also Vikingo becoming the biggest heel in the company is
yeah.
wild.
Also,
Um,
Dom is super
Dom
over
is super
there.
over. So Undertaker and Jeremy Borash are like the main creative for the show, and they're just
Yeah.
doing a fantastic job.
For real. For real. Yeah. It's so good. I'm actually really curious to see what the one of the surprises from the Rumble being original uh
Yeah, a lot of people were saying
El
they were building a
Grande.
gimmick for not for WrestleMania, but for Triple Mania, like for Triple A.
Might be. Might be. All right, Dave, let's head on over to your next pick here.
So Royce Keys, I'm going with. Um, for a couple reasons. One, it was the debut. We had one person finish up their run at 10 years after debuting in the Royal Rumble and a new debut in the Royal Rumble. I was very shocked to see like the powerhouse Hobbs come up on the brick wall and then his new name bust through. Um,
That was very smart. That was
yeah.
that was like next level intro IQ
So
to do
that
that.
harkened back to old NXT, like to Black and Gold NXT when like Kenta debuted as Hideo Itami. They put up the original name, the name you know, and here's their new name. When Finn was went from Prince Devitt to Finn and Kevin
Yeah.
Owens to Kevin Steen to Kevin Owens, like
Yep. Yep.
so we have Royce Keys and you know we're going with a similar presentation look wise. But I would love to see Magic get another crack at this guy.
Yeah. And he
Um,
had great presence in the ring, performed really
mhm.
well, looked great.
I like the face off
Um,
with Cody. Like, hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
yep.
Um, could have another one with Punk if he goes to Mondays.
Yep. Having Damian Priest put him over was a good move.
Hmm.
Having him get that elimination on one of the big guys, in WWE.
Him and Oba
Um,
faced off at one point.
yep, yep. Yeah, people were expecting an AEW transfer, but not this one, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, no, this one was also expected.
But we didn't break any walls down. We broke a brick
No.
wall down. How about that? We broke a brick wall down.
And I'm really curious to see him in like what he does
Yeah. Yeah,
because
I
got
assume he's
some
going to be on the main roster, right? Like I don't think he's
100%. He is
NXT bound.
100% main roster.
Yeah.
Like Penta, like Ray Phoenix.
So,
Yeah, he is 1000% main roster.
yeah. Yep. And I like the name. Powerhouse Hobbs is a very
Mhm.
wrestling name, but Royce Keys works.
Yeah,
It's one of those names like a Seth Rollins, like a um,
we got
Kevin
used to Ricky
Owens.
Saints. We got used to Ricky Saints pretty quickly, so we can get used to Royce Keys.
As Simon Miller, What Culture Wrestling, right? Simon Miller,
Hmm.
bald guy, one of my favorite voices in the wrestling community. Like I could literally listen to that man
Yeah,
talk
I like Simon
for
Miller, and he's
hours.
he's not a bad wrestler either.
Love his voice. He made a super good point. I was watching a What Culture video prior to the Rumble that was like 11 last minute rumors or whatever, and one of them was Royce Keys, and he was like, "Listen, you all are excited and are rooting for a guy named Dolph Ziggler, and you loved that name for years and years and years, even
Hmm.
though his name Nick Nemeth you want him to come back as Dolph Ziggler, I think we'll be all right with Royce Keys.
Yeah. We root for a man whose name literally is a sentence. Roman Reigns.
Yep, yep, yep. And even like they managed to get Gunther over,
Hmm.
with not being Walter anymore.
I think
So,
Gunther got Gunther over, but
but yeah, I think big things are coming
Mhm.
for Royce Keys.
I think so
Um,
as well.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
it was a nice little surprise. That was
Hmm.
good.
Yeah, I that for me was actually the thing that got the biggest reaction from me in the men's rumble, that and the both Americanos. But it was a
Yeah,
very it was a very men's Royal Rumble.
yeah. I mean, if we want to give, right, because this was the last pick. I don't think we have anything after this, right? Yeah, that was it. Um, I would say let's end this then with a quick, one sentence each kind of like review of the Royal Rumble. Um, I've been thinking about it before asking you this question, so I'll do mine first to give you a moment to
Okay.
prepare yourself. Um, I thought the Women's Rumble was one of the I think honestly, like, truly one of the best women's rumbles.
Hmm.
It's way up there for me. Their performances, spots, eliminations, with the exception of maybe one dumb elimination, which was I thought Sol Roka's exit was a little underwhelming. Um, but I think you can make the argument too that it was because she's young,
Desperate.
maybe.
I would say it was a desperation attempt to try to win.
Yeah. Um, I thought the women's rumble was great. I thought the AJ Gunther match was upsetting, but good. Um, I'm not entirely sure what the Drew and Sammy match does for either of them, other than to just be like a strong defense from Drew. Um,
Hmm.
like it was a
I
throwaway
literally
match.
think that was it,
Yeah,
and a
foregone
chance to
conclusion.
get
How
Sammy a
a title
match.
shot in front of an audience that like adores him. So yeah, sure. And I thought the men's rumble was started out scorching hot. Like I was
Hmm.
so into it in the beginning. I thought the thing with Braun in the beginning. I think the speculation over the masked man. I know it's like such a trope in wrestling, but like I think they're doing it really well. I think I have a theory of who that is. I actually think it's whether anyone's going to be happy about it or not. I think it was Jake Paul um under the mask is what I think
Interesting.
personally.
He looked a little too
Um,
small to be Jake.
there was a close up that somebody posted of him on, so that was my initial thought was that's Jake Paul, because like Logan's gonna try to like muscle his way and like take over the
The Vision.
Vision, and then you're gonna have Seth come back and have to deal with him, and it'll turn out that that Austin Theory was basically like Seth's plant, and you're gonna split that group, like just fracture that group into basically like three different factions where Braun and Bronson go off and do their thing. You got the
What?
Pauls, and then you have Seth Rollins and
Austin Theory
Austin
again?
Theory together versus
Again?
yeah, that's where I think they're headed. I genuinely think that's where they're headed. But somebody
See, I
posted
would keep it if you
a
do the
close up.
Pauls. If you do the Pauls and Austin Theory, like why not put the three most hateable faces in wrestling together?
It's true. It's true. I've heard theories that some people think it's Grayson Waller. Some people are saying that it's Finn Balor, but there were no tattoos on the hands, so I don't think it was him.
They could have
My
been covered up for
could have been, could have been, but yeah, I'm
Adam
maintaining.
Pierce is another theory.
Interesting. Well, the close up looks like the person has facial hair under the
Hmm.
mask, light colored facial hair. So as soon as I saw that, that kind of I felt a little vindicated and like, oh, maybe it actually is Jake Paul and it's not just kind of like because I could see them doing that to work something for a, you know, SummerSlam or,
He might
big.
he might be done with boxing.
I mean, after that last match, he should be done with boxing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. It is. But yeah, the men's rumble started off really strong, ended kind of weak. I, there's a time and place for Jey Uso's entrance, and that was not it in my in my
Mhm.
book. I love him. I'm not one of those people that thinks like he's too over. I genuinely love him. That was dumb.
Roman being like, "What are you doing?" and then smacking him was great though.
That was great. That was great. When he did the, like, run it back and then decked him, yeah, totally
Mhm.
fine. I'm good with that. But,
I
yeah, I
don't
mean,
hate
you
I
missed
don't hate
Brock's
Roman
exit.
winning.
No, I thought that part was fine. Like, I think that's
This is the
fine
first
because
Royal Rumble he's won where I've been like, all right, this kind of makes sense.
yeah, because I don't think there's a scenario where he wins the title from this. He's going to exist to put somebody over, which I think he's at that part of his career where a win against him means more than him winning actually the title again.
Drew beats
Um,
him.
and I can either see Drew beating him or Punk. I don't know who he's going to go for. It could be Punk. I think that's a really good option too because he made some sort of comments, historically that like the title that Punk has is like the whatever title, like when Seth was holding it, I think.
Hmm.
But he made a comment more recently that like that title would look good on me. So I could see him and Punk going at it.
But I feel like him and Punk also, after the two War Games, have kind of like left it as they're good.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We got time. Elimination Chamber is coming up really, really fast. It'll be here like before we know it fast.
I think
So,
I think we're gonna get like a multi-person where Braun wins the title
okay.
off of Punk, and Punk doesn't get pinned.
Interesting. Interesting. You could also be looking at a multi-person match for the other title too. Maybe it's Roman, Seth, and Drew. You know,
I don't think Seth comes back to do anything other than be involved in that whatever Raw thing is.
yeah, yeah, the Vision. Well, anyway, that's my quick review of the
Mhm.
of the evening. Dave, if you want to put some thoughts together as well.
Yeah, one of the best women's Royal Rumbles. Up there with the Asuka one, I think. Um, the right person won. The Becky one was good too, even though we kind of knew, but it was great because it was like the culmination of that whole storyline. Um, but this was a great one. The right person won. Um, Interesting NXT cameos. Saul, of course, being the best one. I agree with everything you said about the music. I had no idea that Kiana's music was Kiana's music. And I
Nope.
watched the product. Um, if Lash Legend's music didn't have Lash Legend at the beginning of it,
Yeah,
um,
she was also awesome in
she
the
was
Rumble.
great.
Like honorable mention, great gear
Hmm.
too. The like,
The purple,
like purple looked good.
she's come a very long way um, since her NXT debut. So
Yeah.
it's cool to see how much she's progressed.
Yep.
Um, Similar to Maxine, like you had Natty with her not Rage Against the Machine theme.
Oh man, I totally messed up. I wanted to pick her as one of my things because we
You know
haven't
what?
had a natty figure.
But you're better off with regular low key legend Natty gear.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because I
Honorable
thought about
mention.
that too.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention to Roxanne as well. I think we might see a title change as soon as tomorrow or as
Mhm.
today at time of airing.
Yeah,
Just
Judgment
that
Day. Judgment Day is the death knell is coming for Judgment Day in general.
maybe
Like they want
there's
to make they want to make Finn a baby face. They want to
after Monday,
the
do they? That was the
I don't know.
farthest thing from a babyface move.
It's true. It's true actually. I don't know. I don't know.
I think you can live with
Live.
no without Raquel. Raquel's the babyface in this.
Oh, I guess maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna get
It
people
is the
to
Diesel babyface turn.
Yeah, but I don't know that you're gonna get people to cheer for Raquel over
Why, they
Liv.
did it? They already have.
Really?
Yeah, she came in as a babyface.
Okay, we'll see. But yeah, it is giving me HBK Diesel vibes for sure, and that's got to be the intention because
Hmm.
it's you know yeah, it's the heater babyface turn. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. But yeah,
Especially because as much as everybody loves Liv, she's a great heel.
100%, 100%. New Jersey represent, by the way.
Yeah,
Elmwood Park, New
Bergen
Jersey.
County represent. Um, so that match was great. AJ and Gunther was great. It's an AJ Styles match. What would you expect? And a Gunther match. What would you expect? I think the reliance on the sleeper has become a little too crazy.
He used the way that he used it in the Rumble
Was
specifically,
unnecessary.
totally. And it like it almost like lowers his ring IQ that he's like
Hmm.
so famous for. Like I think the way that he uses it in singles matches, he's literally like an anaconda. Like just attempts to squeeze the life out of you at every and it's a way more like pride um based loss, right? Like he's
Hmm.
making you either tap out or pass out versus
Like
power bombing you into oblivion.
when Saul hit the Soul Snatcher on JC, I believe,
Yeah.
and then hoisted her up and hucked her out of the ring. Like
Yeah.
that is like finisher. I just destroyed somebody, but I got to get their dead weight out of the ring IQ. Gunther's not getting Roman out of the ring like
No.
after he's in a
No.
sleeper.
It's not like
That's
he's putting Spike
it
Dudley
was
in a sleeper.
it was Randy Savage trying to pin Yokozuna. Like
Yeah, it was silly. It was silly.
um
I also don't agree with him being number 30 in the Rumble. I know declared and had to enter, but that was such a waste of
of
a
a 30.
slot. Yeah.
Especially him losing. Like what's the point then?
Yeah, it
They
was
they put him in there to literally like there what was he going to do in there? Like
he took
what
the
does he do next?
and he took the air out of the I don't know if you realize that like watching it, he took the air out of the building because everyone still anticipating Jericho.
Jericho.
So you had at 30, everyone was on their feet, and then when that music hit and the realization came like, "Oh wait, we haven't seen Gunther yet." And then he came out, not only were they booing
When he
him
wasn't 29, they knew.
when not only were they booing him out of the building, but like all of the energy from the building was gone. And that's not to say that like I don't love Gunther and think he's a fantastic heel. I just think that was not did him no favors, did the Rumble no favors. Um
Well,
you would have been better you would have
I
been better
also
off
have
having literally anyone else on the roster that didn't get into that Rumble, like Dominic, Finn.
Tom's still hurt,
Oh, is he?
which
Is
they're
that
going to
why he
have to
wasn't in
figure
it?
something out soon.
Got it.
Um cuz he's
Yeah.
mega campion and intercontinental.
Yeah. Yeah. Uncle Howdy, like not none of the Wyatts were in the Rumble. Like
I
have the
don't think they
spooky
made the trip.
entry. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That was a weird end to that Rumble.
Um what's it called? You could have had Tala Hikuleo in it, like just as another
Yeah.
big dude.
And their faces
Um,
were on the ads too. Like they're the face painted like in that big image that they had on the side of the building that showed
they
like
had a
all the
lot of
faces.
NXT people too who were
Yeah.
not there.
Like
Um,
throw Carmelo Hayes in there.
yeah, why wasn't Carmelo in this?
Wh-
Um,
Where's Montez Ford? Like throw
they're
some
on the
like
NXT tour this weekend.
grab a couple of those people, throw them in. But yeah.
But yeah, it's and again, like maybe like somebody said, I forget who said this, but like the only people expecting like Jericho were the people who were expecting Jericho. Like we're just gonna keep like until he shows up, just being like, "Up, this is the time." But
Yep.
So I think that's part of like just, fan wish casting, but like also no Joe Hendry. Like,
That was crazy. That would have been a good
mhm.
30, actually.
He
Well,
would have been good anywhere. But yeah, I think the men's Royal Rumble was a lot of really, and left a lot of questions as to what the direction is for WrestleMania. Like the women's Royal Rumble, we pretty much know what stories are coming out of that. The men's Royal Rumble, I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing.
yep. Yep.
Like I think we're going to get LA Knight and somebody against Theory and Bronson.
I don't know. Or do you load up the Elimination Chamber with them?
Well,
I
no,
don't
they've
know.
got to have a match. Like that's they're build. They injured him. He came back. Like that's going to be a WrestleMania match. I just don't know who his partner would be, because Cody's not even on the same show. Like,
Yeah. And he's got other things to deal with now because
Mhm.
he's still dealing with Drew and Jacob Fatu. So.
do you do LA Knight and the Usos versus the Vision? Like that's weird though. Against Logan, against the three. Maybe that's it.
Maybe. Well, this wraps up another edition of Premium Toyetic Event, Dave. As always, we want to hear from you guys. Who do you think was the most toyetic from this this iconic Big Four PLE? If you're watching this on YouTube, let us know in the comments below. If you are watching one of the snippets from this on Instagram, or you just want to let us know there, let us know there. We'd love to hear from
Yeah.
you. But with that, Dave, I think it's time to send us home.
Bye, everyone. Enjoy the road to WrestleMania.
Thank you for hanging out with us today. Subscribe, rate, and review this podcast wherever you listen, and then tell your friends to do it. Thanks also to Joe Azari, the golden voice behind our intro. Learn more about him in the show notes. Our music is Game Boy Horror by the Zombie Dandies.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Adventures in Collecting, and on Twitter at AIC_podcast. Stop by and say hi. Show us your hauls and photos. Tell us your toy stories. Maybe we'll talk about it on a future episode.
Don't try this at home. Void where prohibited and some assembly required. Each sold separately, not a flying toy. Consult a physician if your toy run exceeds more than 4 hours.
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer, Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.